The Scandalous and Surprising Life of H. Ross Perot, 10 Shocking Facts. H. Ross Perot, an American billionaire and businessman turned presidential candidate, left an indelible mark on U.S. politics. Known for his eccentric personality, unwavering patriotism, and populist rhetoric, Perot's two presidential runs in 1992 and 1996 introduced the country to an unconventional candidate. However, behind his public persona lies a trove of scandalous and shocking moments that make his life story truly fascinating. From his early childhood to his unpredictable political career, here are 10 captivating facts about Ross Perot. Fact number 1. Humble beginnings and family life. Henry Ross Perot was born on June 27, 1930, in the border town of Texarkana, Texas, a place split between Texas and Arkansas, underscoring his upbringing at the intersection of rural modesty and industrial ambition. His father, Gabriel Ross Perot, worked as a cotton broker and livestock trader, imparting early lessons in negotiation and hard work. His mother, Lulu Mae Perot, a devout Christian, ensured that young Ross was instilled with values of kindness, modesty, and generosity. Perot's early exposure to business came from helping his father sell saddles and livestock, experiences that later shaped his entrepreneurial spirit. A standout Eagle Scout at age 12, he credited the Boy Scouts for teaching him leadership at a young age. In 1956, Perot married Margot Birmingham, a socialite from Greensburg, Pennsylvania, whose wisdom and insight complemented his energetic, risk-taking nature. The couple shared a deep bond, raising 5 children: Ross Jr., Nancy, Suzanne, Carolyn, and Catherine, in a household that emphasized humility despite their later wealth. Perot was known for his devotion to his family, often stating, "Family is everything to me." He sought Margot's counsel on every major business or political decision, reflecting their partnership's central role in his life. His insistence on raising his children to value hard work was unwavering. Even with immense wealth, he encouraged them to live modestly. Number 2. Hostage rescue operation in Iran. In 1979, the Iranian Revolution erupted, and 2 employees of Perot's Electronic Data Systems (EDS) were arrested on dubious charges. Frustrated by the U.S. government's inaction, Perot organized a daring rescue. He enlisted retired U.S. Army Special Forces Colonel Arthur Bull Simons to assemble a team, which included employees of EDS. The team flew to Iran and coordinated with local dissidents to free the prisoners. In a cinematic twist, the 2 captives, Paul Chiapparone and Bill Gaylord, were spirited out during a mass prison escape. The mission was later chronicled in Ken Follett's book On Wings of Eagles. The successful rescue showcased Perot's boldness, transforming him into a national hero. "If there's anything I can't tolerate," he later said, "it's seeing my people in trouble and sitting on my hands." Number 3. Perot's feud with General Motors. Perot's sale of EDS to General Motors, GM, in 1984 for $2.5 billion seemed like a victory, but it quickly turned sour. Perot found GM's corporate culture unbearably sluggish. His confrontational style clashed with GM executives, who were unwilling to adopt the dynamic business practices he championed. Perot infamously likened the company's complacency to a ship that's sinking, but everyone's too busy enjoying the champagne. As tensions grew, GM offered Perot $700 million to buy out his shares and sever ties with him, which he accepted. The fallout from this feud tarnished GM's public image and underscored Perot's reputation as a maverick who would not tolerate inefficiency, even from one of the largest corporations in America. Number 4. Mystery surrounding his withdrawal from the 1992 election. Perot's independent campaign in the 1992 presidential election electrified voters frustrated with the two-party system. Running on a platform focused on fiscal responsibility and government reform, Perot surged in the polls, at one point leading both incumbent President George H.W. Bush and Democratic challenger Bill Clinton. However, in July 1992, Perot unexpectedly withdrew from the race, citing threats from the Bush campaign. He claimed that operatives were planning to disrupt his daughter Carolyn's wedding by spreading false rumors, though no concrete evidence of such a plot ever emerged. Many questioned whether Perot's sudden exit was the result of paranoia or tactical miscalculation. "I wasn't going to let politics ruin my daughter's special day," he explained later, though skeptics remained unconvinced. Just 3 months later, in October, Perot re-entered the race, further confusing voters. Despite these setbacks, he captured nearly 19% of the popular vote, an extraordinary achievement for a third-party candidate, and demonstrated the electorate's hunger for alternatives to the major parties. Number 5. Unwavering opposition to NAFTA. Perot's vehement opposition to the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, became a central theme of his political platform. During the 1992 presidential debates, Perot warned that the deal would result in a giant sucking sound as jobs migrated from the US to Mexico. While his warnings resonated with blue-collar workers, they sparked backlash from economists, who accused him of oversimplifying the complexities of global trade. Despite his opposition, NAFTA passed in 1994. Although Perot regarded it as a personal defeat, his concerns about job outsourcing remained relevant and shaped future political discourse. Number 6. The electronic town hall idea. Long before the rise of digital democracy, Perot envisioned a system where citizens could vote directly on policy issues through electronic town halls. His idea was radical for the early 1990s and intended to increase government accountability. While supporters praised it as innovative, critics dismissed it as unrealistic, warning it could lead to mob rule or manipulation by special interests. Although the concept was never fully realized, it foreshadowed modern trends, such as online political engagement and digital activism. In hindsight, Perot's idea was visionary, reflecting his belief that ordinary citizens should have a greater say in government affairs. Number 7. Conspiracy theories and the CIA. Perot's distrust of the government extended beyond politics, with him believing that U.S. prisoners of war, POWs, were still held in Vietnam long after the war's end. He accused the CIA of concealing evidence, a position that made him both a champion of veterans' causes and a controversial figure. Despite years of investigation, no conclusive evidence supported Perot's claims. His advocacy won him support from military families, but it also fueled criticisms of paranoia. "I'll keep asking until someone shows me proof," he once remarked. His skepticism and distrust of official narratives cemented his status as a polarizing figure. Number 8. Influence on third-party politics. Perot's 1992 and 1996 campaigns revitalized third-party politics in America, attracting voters disillusioned with the two-party system. His Reform Party, founded in 1995, provided a platform for independent candidates. Although Perot's influence waned after 1996, his efforts paved the way for political outsiders like Jesse Ventura, who was elected governor of Minnesota in 1998. Perot's campaigns demonstrated that third-party candidates could gain national traction, a legacy that continues to inspire unconventional political figures today. Number 9. Perot's business empire and investments. Beyond founding EDS, Ross Perot built a diverse business portfolio through bold ventures and strategic investments. His career began with IBM, but frustrated by the company's bureaucratic pace, he left to launch EDS in 1962. EDS revolutionized data processing by securing government and healthcare contracts, leading to its $2.5 billion acquisition by General Motors in 1984. Perot later founded Perot Systems in 1988, focusing on IT consulting and outsourcing, which he eventually sold to Dell for $3.9 billion in 2009. Perot's investments reflected his eye for innovation. In 1986, he famously invested $20 million in Steve Jobs' new company, Next, seeing promise in Jobs' vision when others were skeptical. Perot's ventures extended to real estate and technology startups, making him a prominent figure in both business and philanthropy. By the time of his death in 2019, his net worth exceeded $4 billion, solidifying his legacy as a visionary entrepreneur with a keen sense for emerging markets and transformative technologies. Number 10. The Perot legacy in final years. Ross Perot passed away on July 9, 2019, at the age of 89, after a battle with leukemia. Even in his later years, he remained actively involved in philanthropy and business affairs. His family, including his son Ross Perot Jr., who followed in his entrepreneurial footsteps, continued to honor his legacy. Perot's life embodied patriotism, eccentricity, and ambition, leaving a lasting impact on American politics. Though he never became president, his campaigns challenged the status quo, and his approach to business and philanthropy remains a model for others. Perot's blend of idealism and pragmatism continues to inspire both admiration and debate.